Welcome to r/Entitledparents, where an entitled mom tries to buy a baby. Little background, I'm an Iraqi war vet, and I believe in teaching the women and girls in my life to defend themselves with impunity. So at the very young age of 4, I have been teaching my child to defend herself. Story time. I'm at work one day, and I get this call from my daughter's school. I go outside to answer the phone, and the conversation goes like this. The cast is me, I'm the Terminator, and P is the principal. Hello, Terminator, I need you to come pick up baby Terminator. Can I ask what this is about? Yes, your child has been in a fight and needs to leave the school premise. What do you mean she's been in a fight? What happened? I mean, she wouldn't just pick a fight. Well, from what we can tell, Entitled Kid was running up behind her and grabbing her butt. She apparently warned him to stop, and when he wouldn't, knocked him out cold. So, I'm confused. What is happening to the boy then? Well, your daughter seems to be the aggressor, and we need her to leave, and she is going to be suspended. Now, my child at the time lived with my ex-wife, and I had heard from the ex that my kid was having an issue with this boy for a while now, and I knew my daughter had gone through many times telling on him to no resolve. I also knew that he had been told many times by teachers to stop and hadn't. Wait, so nothing is gonna happen to the boy who has been sexually assaulting my daughter for X amount of time? Well, Mr. Terminator, she did strike him once and knocked him out. She needs to learn violence is not the answer. She needed to bring it up to the attention of a teacher. Okay, so what I'm hearing is your school is saying it's okay to sexually assault a girl, and that the girl in question needs to just be a victim of assault over and over again or be punished? Is that about the gist of it? Now I hear silence as the principal mulls over what I have just said. I can tell they are trying to justify this weak tea BS. I compose myself. So here's what's gonna happen next. You can either punish both or punish none of them. Because I promise you, the last thing you want is me in my dress A's and TV reporters showing up and blasting your whole school over this. Now, I can understand that her punching this brat is unacceptable, but what I will not take, and neither will she, is him not being punished as well. Do I make myself clear? The principal is silent. Also, why are you calling me and not her mother? Well, Mr. Terminator, she told us to call you. You listen to me and listen good. I swear to you and God, I will not put up with this. I demand a meeting with you, her teacher, and this boy's family. If I can't make it, my ex-wife will. If this isn't resolved to my liking, I will bring a holy heck upon this whole stick house you've built. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Call my ex, let her know the time and date. We will coordinate from there. I hang up and call my ex. She agrees with me, and I go back to work. About a work week later, there is a meeting, but unfortunately, I have work and my ex has to go in for me. From what I am told, this boy's family tries to play it off as boys will be boys and tries to get my daughter expelled. There are times when I remember why I married my ex, and this is one of them. She proceeds to tell them that the last thing any of them want is me to get more involved than I already have, and that if I have to, I will bring it all burning down. Every brick. Outcome was both were suspended for 4 days and the boy moved to a different class. And I never got a call like that again. Moral of the story, my kid is awesome and got a cake for sticking up for herself. And a lot of love on both ends of me and my ex. Who cares that my boy sexually assaulted your daughter? Boys will be boys. Who cares that my boy raped and murdered someone? Boys will be boys. Who cares that my boy shot up an entire school? Boys will be boys. I'm currently a nanny for a family I've been with for about 6 months. They always pay me on time and I adore the little boy I'm taking care of, so we've never really had any problems, until now. I recently found out that I have ovarian cancer and need to have one of my ovaries removed. My conversation telling Entitled Parent about my surgery went something like this. Did I not tell you about our family reunion? You did, but unfortunately, I won't be able to come and help because I'll have just had surgery. You'll need to reschedule then. I'm not going to do that. We've had this planned for months. You need to be there to help. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to be there. Are you kidding? No. I'm not sure how much I trust leaving my child with you if you don't care enough to be there for our family when we need you. I care about him a lot and hope I have shown that over the last few months working for you. Entitled parent huffed and stomped off. I'll update when they're talking to me again. Update, Grandma just showed up and said entitled parent called her to relieve me for the day and she'd like me to come early tomorrow to have a family meeting. So then, the next day, OP made another post with an update and believe it or not, it gets so much better. Family meeting update. I went in an hour early for a family meeting with entitled parent and her husband to discuss what happened yesterday. Were you able to reschedule so you can come to our family reunion? No, like I told you yesterday, I can't reschedule. The husband says, what are you having to reschedule? Maybe we could give you some paid time off before the reunion so you can take care of whatever it is and still come with us. Having you there would really help us out. We already made plans in the evening with friends, so we need you to watch baby. Unfortunately, I can't reschedule. Like I told you yesterday, I'm having one of my ovaries removed because I have cancer. Oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear that, OP. You're what, 25? People don't get ovarian cancer that young. What's the real reason you can't go? Jesus Christ, entitled parent. People can get cancer at any age. I'm not lying. Why would she lie? No. What do you think the Make-A-Wish Foundation is for? Children with cancer. You can get it at any age. The entitled parent gets flustered. Well, how was I supposed to know that? I just thought she didn't want to go and was trying to get out of it. Christ, entitled parent. What? OP, I am so sorry. Thank you for all you do with baby. We know how much he loves you. I care a lot about baby and I've really enjoyed working for y'all, but the incident yesterday was unprofessional and upsetting. Next Friday will be my last day working for y'all. If you find someone to replace me before then, I'd be happy to train them. What? I see. You're just going to quit? Entitled parent, stop. It wasn't that big of a deal and you're just quitting? I thought you loved baby. Entitled parent, that's enough. The entitled parent starts to choke up and looks like she's going to cry. OP, I am sorry to hear that we will be losing you. I am deeply sorry for what occurred yesterday and any stress that may have caused you. The entitled parent says quietly, it's not my fault. No one said it was your fault. You just did. Entitled parent stomps off crying. Husband follows and returns alone after 5 minutes. OP, why don't you take the rest of the week off? I'll still pay you for those hours, but I think it'd be best to have entitled parent's mom watch the baby while we figure things out. Yeah, okay, I'll see you on Monday then? See you Monday, and again, I'm so sorry for everything. I appreciate that. Then I left and got some pancakes and typed this up. How dare you get major surgery that will literally save your life instead of babysitting my precious little boy. And past that, can we get an F in the comments for this poor husband in this story? OP was in a situation where she could just quit, walk right out the door. But this poor husband is married to this woman and has a kid with her, so he's stuck with that. The fact that he apologized so quickly makes me think he probably has to deal with this on a daily or weekly basis. Can you imagine what that's like? That would be like living in the r/entitled parents subreddit. So to start the story off, I work at my school bookstore. We usually get apparel and merchandise every day, but now that school is winding down, we may get new stuff in every other day, which is fine for me as I'm in charge of apparel. On this particular day, I was wearing a popular hoodie in small size, By popular, I mean it had to be restocked every so often due to how quickly they sold out of the store. I had gotten it days prior, and it was the last one on the rack in that size. I was told by my manager that a new shipment of smalls would be in by the weekend, so I kept the larger sizes on the rack, medium to triple extra large, to fill in the gap for the smalls until they arrived. I am in the front of the store at the cash register straightening hangers. Enter entitled mom and her daughter entitled kid. They enter the store like nothing, and I allow them to peruse before I ask them do they need any help. Of course they said no, so I just left them alone and went back to my register. They go to the hoodies and start looking through the sizes. The entitled kid says, "Are there any more of these hoodies in size small?" "No ma'am, as of right now, we have no more smalls in store, but we are expecting a shipment in this week, so they will be restocked soon." The entitled kid rolls her eyes at my response. "Whatever." They continued to look around and grab items. After what felt like forever, they made it to the register for checkout. As I'm scanning and bagging their items, I asked them did they find everything in the store they were looking for. "No, because you lied and said there were no more smalls, and you clearly have on a small." I was able to buy the last small before they were all gone. We are accepting another shipment in soon, and if you'd like, you can order one on our website. Entitled mom cuts me off. "Give her yours." "Huh? My daughter said she needs a small and you will give her that small." "No, I'm not. We will have more in by the weekend and they can be ordered on our website." The entitled kid stomps her foot. "Give me that small." The general manager pokes her head out of the office to see what's going on. She says, "Is there a problem?" "Yes, your employee won't give my daughter that small hoodie." She points to the one I'm wearing. "Ma'am, we don't have any more of those hoodies in size small, but we are The entitled mom cuts her off. "I'm talking about the one she's wearing." My manager looks at me with one of the most confused faces ever. "Ma'am, she is not a mannequin. There is no way she can, nor will I allow for her to give you the hoodie off her back. Please pay and leave." "But we're customers." The entitled kid scoffs and rolls her eyes. "Just pay so we can get the heck out of here." Entitled mom quickly pays with a card, and as I am giving her the receipt, she snatches it out of my hand. "You'll be hearing from my lawyer." They leave. When they left, I told my manager the whole story from when they walked in to before she intervened. She let me take an early lunch after that. "Yes, Your Honor, we're here to sue the defendant because the defendant refused to give my client her property. And since my clients were clearly customers, the defendant should have taken off all of her clothes and given them to my client." That was r/Entitledparents, and I've got to ask you guys, what would you do if an entitled parent offered to buy your baby?